What a good point, man. Okay, so my camera is kind of goofy. There we go. Morning, goobies. I am the Curiousness, and today we're going to be looking at the Genesys Pointless update. Am I excited? No. That's it. No. There are a decent amount of good point changes, as there are dumb ones. Overall good, just some things are missing, and there are some really stupid hits I'm going to be addressing soon enough. As if I am the arbiter of what's good. This is just my opinions. I'll only be talking about what's good, what's relevant for Earthbound, just to not waste time. In fact, before this, I had a 50-minute recording, mainly of which was a huge ass, I think 15-minute rant about something I'm gonna still rant about here, but just in briefer terms and not talking about the rest of the things. So everything is gonna be Earthbound related. Let's get into it. Starting with Crimson Blade Dragon. This is very funny because like Crimson Blade Dragon is not good in Earthbound. Like this is a cheese card. Like you can go Umbra Mirage, you can go Fabled Levianeer. Yes, that's what the card is called. Chaos Dragon Levianeer for a hand rep. You can do a lot of fancy stuff, it's just not worth it in Earthbound. But what is relevant here is that this was kinda important in Bone Archfiend setups. Bone Archfiend, if you didn't know, is just an RDA card, which can be searched off a Soul Resonator, which can be searched off a Crimson Gaia, and blah blah blah. But the important thing really is just that you can basically search it with Gaia after a soul. I don't know what the logistic of this is, honestly, because like I wish TCG really likes Bone Archfiend off of either the Archfiend tactics, aka just the Usurpation Turbo, and also Void Apocalypse. This is better in... No, this is not better in Chimera. This is in fact worse in Chimera, because Chimera does not have extra deck slots to actually play Bone Archfiend. The important thing here is really just that Bone Archfiend is a decent extender only if you give it a ton of setup. He says it's worth it. I personally don't think so, but this is just what I think. It could be better depending on what engines you're playing, especially if you're playing Masked Master, you're playing Archfiend Tactics. If you really want to play it, it's perfectly fine. It's a decent extender. But this was one of the main pieces that made this actually strong and not just solid, you know. This gave you Chaos Dragon Levianeer. This gave you better Dispater setups. And without it, it just... Or rather, with it at 10 points, on top of Dispater being at 10 points, it's just really not worth it. I don't think Bone Archfiend is good enough to warrant this amount of investment, you know. Like, sure, you could use Dispater and Crimson Blade in your Earthbound combos, but just way too specific, unless you're going for a very specific FDK, in which case it's perfectly fine. But I just don't like it in my own lists. I would rather tailor to go second with the my investment rather than go first. That's just what I think. That's about it for what people were playing at Columbus. This is a really janky section. Like I don't know why this wasn't merged with the rest of the... Yeah, another look at Blazing Dominion, I don't know. Power Vice was also used by iWish for some very specific, I think it was just the really funny FTK setups. No, it was Hypernova setups. They're dog water, but they're really funny. In fact, hold on, let me get my Twitter, my Twitoid poists. Yeah. Yep. Every single time he sends me a supernova combo, it's just this image. That's it. I mean, he knows it's not good. I know it's not good. use several pieces of setup to make one supernova, sorry, one hypernova, and just dog water. But it is very funny. Power-wise, it's just not good in Earthbound. It locks harsh enough by which you just don't want it. Next. Here is some non-engine. I'm pretty sure... No, yeah, this is just some of the non-engine. So... Okay, Eclipse. This is a card I really like, and it's getting pointed. But it used to be at 5 points, and I really liked it at 5 points. It dropped to 3, I really liked it at 3 points, and now it's at 4. I personally really like it at 4 points. This is just such a flexible card. It helps you going first, helps you going second. It's also really nice to dodge stuff. This is just an incredible card overall, and I just really like it still. Do I like it more than Final Bringer? I really like Final Bringer. I think Final Bringer is better most of the time, just because backward removal is so nice. Especially in the upcoming format in which Doom Z is gonna be nasty with Doom Z Destruction just being a mistake on a free trap. And clowns just being clowns. I really dislike playing against clowns, and their back row makes me want to be violent, ill, and violently ill. And so I guess I'll play Final Bringer in the upcoming format, but I'll still play Eclipse. They're good alongside each other, on top of being good alongside your fusion spell. Okay, Eclipse is not good alongside your fusion spells, but... No, yeah, I guess you can use Fusion Chainlink 1 and Eclipse Chainlink 2. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Yeah. Book of Moon. This is pathetic. Why is this not 0 points like MST? They put Forbidden Chalice, which is honestly the much better card, at 1 point. Book of Moon is a 1-for-1. It's a decent card, but it's not worth 3 points. This is a really dumb unhit. It should be 0 at this point, man. Just let it go, Konami. Come on. Anyways, the dimensional, yes, Dimensional Fissure. This is a really nasty card against Earthbound, which is really nice to see it. Not gone. 10 points is still decent, but like I don't think it's gonna be seen play with a Dimensional Shifter being really good of a card. Well, it's not good in the current format because Clown doesn't care. Does Clown care? Clown only cares that they're tributed, right? I am for gore. Clown. Yeah, Clown don't care. Doomsday don't care. I don't think either Fissure nor Shifter is gonna be good in the upcoming format, except maybe in the side deck. Either way, I like this change. The problem really is Shifter. They said that they didn't want to drop the points because it wasn't played enough. But I'm pretty sure Dimensional Fissure was also not played enough. People are playing a lot of combo in Columbus. Like, what decks can play Fissure? This. No. Does Monarch play Fissure? They don't play Fissure. No, they definitely don't play Fissure, I'm pretty sure. Some of their guys need to be in the grave. Mimigul definitely plays it. That's it. Purely. Purely does. Some people should probably play Fissure and Purely, but Odeon? No, they don't play it. They have enough ceiling as it is. Yeah, there really wasn't a lot of people on Fissure, so I really don't understand. This is something I'm gonna be touching on a ton throughout this video. Data-based point hits are good. The problem is they need to be backed up with logic. Like, the next hit, literally right here, Gameciel, is just idiocy. And so having Dimensional Fissure not even be that popular of a card, just like Shifter, and they know both of these are problematic cards, and they will have to be dealt with eventually because they're stupid floodgates. And like the whole point of Genesys is that everyone can play whatever they want. Floodgates are cringe, and stop playing Omni Negates. This is basically the principle of Genesys, and like I don't get why they're drawing the line at Banish Floodgates, which are Especially Shifter, which is a lingering floodgate. I just don't understand it. But I'll touch on it at the end of the video when conclusions. Gameciel vote, this is just so freaking dumb. Like, I don't understand what the thought process here is. They said, oh, Gameciel is the most played kaiju. Yeah, that is true. That is true. It's the lowest attack kaiju. It's not Santa Claus, which is not once per turn. Which is able to be used in multiples, but it does have a big ass, and it does give your opponent stuff. Gameciel is just the best kaiju in majority of situations. The problem here is Gameciel is not that better than everything else. So the average big boss monster, or at least the big combo piece threshold for attack points is 2500. And you know what else is below 2500 in the kaiju category, not named Gameciel? Come. This guy. Literally, I don't understand what the point of pointing Gameciel is. This guy is the same thing. 200 more attack points. Boo-hoo. What are gonna be hitting over with it? Elf Note Tinia? I don't think so. Like, I just don't understand. Gameciel is the best kaiju, but like, this is data driven and not logic driven. This makes no sense. Like, oh my god, this hurts my brain cells so bad. This is so stupid. Come on, Konami. We can do better than this. Come on, guys, is literally just same card. 200 more damage, it does not matter. I'm talking because like about that because like the threshold is always above 2500. It's just so stupid, man. Next is Illusion Gate. Good. I just don't understand why they didn't hit this when Maze of Muertos was being released. It's just so stupid. This card was so clearly broken in Genesys. I just don't understand why it wasn't pointed earlier. Right now, I'm kind of iffy on whether it's good enough or not. In majority decks, probably not. It's 10 points. But like, there's that kind of for the droplet. Do you want to drop droplet for Illusion Gate? That is a fair thing to think about. Because is it really better than droplet? It's a freaking strong card, but like, droplet is such a strong card as well. So like, it's really iffy on it, honestly. I'll figure that out in due time, but like, Illusion Gate's such a good card, it's mad. I don't want to pay 20, I wish it was 20, man. I really don't want to pay 120 bucks for Illusion Gates, so like, I guess I could play 2 for 80 bucks. I just don't want to pay for this stupid card. It costs so much. Every single staple released in 2026 has been so expensive, man. Either way, not much else to say. Shared Ride, dumb card. I don't care. I don't know who's playing this, but certainly not me. I think I saw a clown list playing this 2 seconds ago. Unless I'm high. Yeah, oh, a lot of means one person, I guess. Some people are playing that in clowns, I guess. Are people actually playing Illusion? Actually playing Shared Ride? I haven't seen much of it myself, but like, I guess it's Genesys. Genesys Discord locals. Link in the Genesys document, which is right here. Everything is in description, in bio, etc. Whatever. But like, dude, I swear that I haven't seen that much Shared Ride. Is it that good? I guess at one point it's decent. I personally don't like to use too many points on unsearchable go first non-engine, unless it's like Gravity Collapse. Like, that is very much worth it, but like everything else, I would rather have it be searchable or be summonable, like Dark Highlander, Dreamland, Zombie World, etc. All of these are worth it in my eyes. I guess it's just my deck building philosophy. Lancia, I personally don't really like this. This is the same thing as DD Crow last couple of lists, which is, yeah, I just don't like it. This is 1 point, but it's just so annoying in deck building. I guess it hits the higher in point decks. I'm not sure how to feel about, especially Lancia, because it's a side deck tool. It's not just generic non-engine like DD Crow. I don't know how to feel about it. Fuva loss, very minor point adjustment, but this is good because I don't like playing Fuva. Playing against Fuva. I love playing Fuva. I love it. Playing against Fuva, I hate it because Earthbound is abysmal against this card. So I suppose I like that this card gets hit. It's not nothing, but overall, it's relevant enough, I would say. It's plus 3 points for every single person that plays Fuva. But it's really the same thing as Lancia, same thing as DD Crow. I'm not sure how to feel about it. It's just annoying more than actually impactful. Like, I don't know, Bell at, I think it was 6 points from 3. I don't remember anymore. From 3, like, back then, into 6 right now. Nibiru. This is interesting because in the past couple of months I've been developing so much technology to just screw over Nibiru as hard as possible. You have the Archfiend tactics, you have Fortuna, you have King's Resonance, you have Cough. This is really strong, but like Archfiend tactics is already good enough. I'm not sure if it's that good enough, but like it's still really strong. Like you have so many ways to just screw over Nibiru that I don't think you care that much, but like not being hit with Nibiru is better than being hit with Nibiru, so like I suppose it's net positive for us. I'll take it. Next, no, this is the second worst hit on the entire list, with the exception of Gameciel. It's not even that Earthbound was hit. It's that this is data driven, but with 0 brain cells used on logic. I'm sounding like a fucking Redditor. Oh my god, I hate it. So, what's the problem here? Why does this matter? You know, Stone Sweeper was a very popular card at... not even that popular is the funny thing. It was a decently popular tech in Qtune and RDA. In, I suppose, Columbus and other events. And before someone says, grr, the meta decks, they hurt my pet deck, arr, I hate meta, I implore you to shut up. And second of all, the point here is just that this is just so stupid. First of all, they killed Qtune. Even if Sweeper were at negative 3 points, Qtune would be gone. Qtune would not be a problem. This would not be a shell for Sweeper to be used as Rota. Like, I don't understand. This is... Okay, first of all, this is gone. This is gone. Qtune is no more. This is out of the equation for why Sweeper should be hit. Even if this were unhit, I would kinda understand it, but this is at nothing. This is no one. This is nothing. And second of all, some people have argued, oh, Sweeper is the better card off of between Sweeper and Resonator Call, which are both Rotas for RDA. RDA was the best deck in the format in this event. And I would say, okay, that's fair. Let's look at the statistics then. Let's look at the data they pulled from to make this list good. 2 Sweeper, 2 Reso Call. 3 Reso Call. 3 Reso Call. 3 Reso Call. Where is Sweeper? Okay, a side tangent, but like I really find it funny how Kamungus is here over Gameciel. Like, come on. Did they really think hitting Gameciel was a good idea? Are we for real? Either way, Sweeper does not matter for RDA. RDA, I mean, it is slightly better than Reso Call. Sometimes. Like, it is a monster for Chaos Dragon Levianeer, which is kinda relevant, I guess. It is a body if your opponent has a field spell, but like, it is just not enough upsides to combat the fact that Reso Call exists at all. I swear to God, this is unbelievable. This has to be one of the stupidest balance decisions they've ever done in the history of Konami. I can't believe this. I just can't believe this stuff. Two of the top decks using this card don't care. One of them is dead. It's like you don't care about it at in a meta standpoint, because like even if I saw it, I checked earlier to see around how much a Q-Tune list would cost. It's around 80 to 100 points if, depending on how many synchros you're playing. Synchronizing the quick play spell. And like, dude, are we for real? Like, come on, that's, oh my god. Even if you were able to play Free Sweeper over like a synchro, I guess, it's just not worth it. It's just not good enough. Just not good enough to even play it. Even if we're playing Elf Note Q-Tune, in which you also have Elf Note PP to be a searchable target off of Sweeper. The funny thing is, Elf Note Power Patron is 15 points, so like, it's not worth it. Not worth it. The one person who played Elf Note Q-Tune in Columbus was a mofo. Guess what? Not playing Sweeper. I don't understand what data they pulled out of their asses to make this list. Oh, I was wondering why I saw Jesse Cotton. This is YCS Columbus, the advanced. I just don't understand that, man. I am just befuddled by this decision. It's just so dumb. Anyways. So yeah, Sweeper got hit for all the wrong reasons off of real data, presumably. Off of Q-Tune being like, this is on the same section as well. So like, there is no haha. Surely the person deciding the Sweeper hit and the person deciding the Q-Tune hits were not granted permission to talk to each other, because first of all, that doesn't make sense in the terms of making a ban list, and second of all, that is just not possible because same section. Like, oh my god, I'm having a meltdown. Q-Tune is dead. RDA does not care, even if Sweeper was strictly better than a Rezo Call. It just wouldn't matter. You play a Rezo Call. Anyways, like, you play a Rezo Call instead of Sweeper. It's not enough to be a meaningful hit to RDA if that's what they were trying to do, which they did with the other hits anyways. Like, it's... So, like, it's fine. Like, I don't understand. I'm just gonna move on. Forget about this. Be gone. Bye-bye. Get out. Bruh. Just bruh. Okay. Next, Soul Exchange. Good. I don't want to see this in clowns. Take that. Take that. Take that. I am so tired from Sweeper, from ranting about Sweeper. I think I ranted about it 20 minutes last recording. Man. Next is Chungus. I am kind of freaking upset about this. Chungus is a decent synchro. I wouldn't say it's point worthy, unlike Psyche and Punisher, unlike Chaos Angel. I just, man. I am playing Levilazable anyways, but every couple of times when building a list, I just say, man, I really want Chungus. And Chungus is just not worth 10 points. Levilazable is already fine enough as a removal synchro as it is. But like, Chungus comes up once in a while as just a good side grade to it. Man, I really like Chungus. I'm upset. They're saying synchro decks are playing a decent amount of Chungus, which, sure, I guess, but like, this is actually data driven and actually not taking it out of their asses. But like, man, I'm upset. I want to play Chungus. Either way, Zalen, this is a good-ish hit to RDA. Like, it's kind of minimal. RDA hits total to 15 points, not including Sweeper, because Sweeper doesn't matter. Okay, let's just not talk about it. It's plus 15 points to your arsenal, which I feel is fair. Zalen, we don't care about it. Some people really like to Go Gadget, Turbo Omni. But, like, this is just not worth it when... I mean, I guess you can make it. hell was that? Okay, now Fury crafting right now, I suppose you can go for an in-combo Rusiela line. You go Rusiela, grab Fortuna. Let me get my deck builder up. There we go. You go into Rusiela, into Fortuna. Keeper plus Rusiela to go into Zalen instead of Dragster. This hurts a lot. Like, you would still, I think, play either a QE Belt, a Moonlight Dragon, or a Clearwing to replace Dragster here. And then, with Fortuna plus Walker, or I guess a Vision if you revived it off of Fiend Peace Golem, you can go into whatever other Synchro you have. Even a Moonlight Dragon, that's pretty decent. I don't know if this is worth it. I mean, with points getting tighter, with Sweeper being hit now, is Zalen worth it over Dragster? Like, I think, like, yeah, Zalen got hit, so like, this isn't a great time to think about playing it, but it is interesting to think about. I will be testing Zalen in the upcoming couple of days, especially interesting because, like, you could put, oh no, Fortuna places Rhapsodia face up, never mind. I suppose this is relevant for Archfiend tactics. That's pretty good. This is also worth it with, I guess, Fiendish Golem. Not so much with Synphos vs. White Force, now that it's less searchable, with Fortuna being the premier Rusiela target with 0 points. Then again, this is Board Breaker Ether anyways. I'll test Zalen and see what I think about it in the upcoming days. I went into this thinking, nah, Zalen is dog water Earthbound, you play Dragster, but now that I think about it more, there's a pretty good card to be made in Genesys. Like, if in advanced you definitely go for Dragster all the time. You don't go into Zalen, even if you wanna be sorta safe into Board Breakers, you just don't do this. Yeah, that's about it. Shenanigans, the only relevant thing here is Subspace Battle. Check-in game is bad, I just have to say it. This is absolute cope. This is used in like Ancient Fairy Dragon setups. You go Kraken, add check-in game, then AFD, turn that check-in game into something else. But like, just add something else, man. Just add the Archfiend's strategy. It's not worth the one draw. 7 points, bro. Come on. You actually just play Ancient Pixie Dragon, or you know what? Just summon Ancient Fairy Dragon. Don't use its effect. That's it. You're done. Or just get 2 value field spells. That's way better than this stupid nonsense. Like, no, it's not worth it. And Infernoid Evil is bad. You have plenty of ways that are not extra Foolish Burial for Infernoid Evil, or like stupid heavy poly shenanigans. Is it here? Heavy poly? Yeah. Also, funny thing here, they compare the Soul Exchange to Super Poly, which is are we for real? Like, sure, this card is obnoxious, but it's not Super Poly levels of obnoxious. Let's get that straight. Especially with Lava Golem in the mix. So like, I don't know what the hell were they thinking about. But either way, here. What was I going on about? Oh yeah, Check-in game is bad. Infernoid Evil is not worth it with the Maskmaster engine. This is such a cool engine, I really like it. You can play Shadow Fusion, you can play Maskmaster, which it gets way better if you have Nightmarize Restrict, or Guardian Chimera, of which is gonna be a lot better post Point Change, which is pretty decent. But I'll get into that later. But Nightmare is just the cleanest, 0 investment option you can use to unbrick your Maskmaster if that is something you need. I really like this package, this is so cool. But until Nightmare, or if I feel like playing Guardian Chimera, this is kind of wacky. And Infernoid Evil is just not worth it. Even if you're able to mill Red Nova, if you're able to mill Vision, if you're able to mill Harris, whatever, it's just not worth it. And speaking of not worth it, man, Subspace Battle. Other people have been using it to much more success, but in Earthbound, it's fun. It's so cool. The problem here really is just that Talwar and Lucina are the best targets to search off of a suspect battle, and they barely clear the 2,500 threshold I mentioned earlier. The Nibiru 3000 threshold is a lot less relevant in Genesys just because Nibiru is a lot less popular, but it's still pretty popular, so like this just kind of makes it janky. On top of this, Red Nova is decent as a subspace target, because you can just make crack on the opponent's turn, but it's just not that good, you know, to be actually worth it. It does prevent the lethal, which would have been actually no. This is a story too long. Just check out where Hazel Joy's video. I'm gonna link. Hopefully, I'm not gonna put the thumbnail here. I'm just gonna link it in the pinned comment if I remember to, in which I coached one of my friends to play Earthbound, but we messed up so badly. Like, I messed up in deck building, she messed up a singular play, and also messed up in the fact that she wanted to play Earthbound for the funnies without trading, which was not a good idea. I would have loved to coach her, and I coached her in the middle of the game, and I miscoached. I'm washed. Okay, I am not washed. Please keep watching me. I'm not washed, I was just really fried. And I was under stress. It's fine. It's neither person's fault. Okay, fine, slightly leaning towards me, but because I forgot to add Red Dragon Archery into her list, but we don't talk about that. Okay, next, on points. So much of this list is... So much of the goodness of this list is confounded in this part, exactly, because there's so much stuff you can play now in Genesys, it's really great. But let's talk about what's relevant in Earthbound. This is bad. Stop. Just stop thinking. No. You're not playing that long setups. Ooh, you're not playing that long setups. Stop thinking about Omni Negates. Think about Zalen. Think about Fortuna. Ooh. I am so stupid. Next is Chalice and Lance. These are pretty decent pieces of non-engine. I might play Chalice. Lance is iffy. It's a good card, but is it really worth it? Oh, is Lance worth it in Earthbound, even in the side deck? You're going second. Like, I guess it depends on the format. Right now, Doomsy doesn't care. I'm mentioning Doomsy and Clowns because they're definitely gonna be the best decks in the upcoming format. Maybe Crestron is gonna be pretty freaking strong. So like, Crestron, like, you do have the trap, but like, it's just one thing, and do you really care about it too much, especially when you have Final Bringer, when you have Eclipse, when you have so many other things to dodge it instead of Lance? I'm not really sure. Clown doesn't really care, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, I have really bad forgetfulness about what Clown does because I hate the deck so much whenever it plays. So yeah, Sprite. This is not relevant to the video. I just love Sprite. I love Sprite. Keep him coming. Give us the unhits to Sprite, baby. Let's go. I really like Sprite. Nah, for no particular reason even. I just think they're neat. They also enable Malesvorus, or just Vector / number 96 anime roleplay rank up stuff, which makes my Zexal lover. By the way, Zexal poster. This I found from my Zexal Easter egg from 2022, I think. It was... I saw it like at Easter, this Easter, and I had to get it. It didn't expire, so that was good. This is from an Easter egg. I can't believe it, man. It's absurd. Either way, I really like the Sprite unhit. Global. This does not matter because like Dandelion is so much better. Mainly because it's 0 points, but also because it's 2 bodies. and Diabolantes, yeah. It's better off of Diabolantes for not only Return 0, but also just King Calamity setups. I don't recommend doing King Calamity setups, but if you wanna do it, Dandy is so much better as setting them up. Then we have Guardian Chimera. Guardian Chimera on lower to 13 points. This is kind of trade-off with Sweeper, I guess. Psychologically, in my brain, this is dropped in points, but this is +2 points if you want to play Guardian Chimera, I suppose, compared to what it used to be. Still, Guardian Chimera, I do have to say, this I might be playing much more in the upcoming months. I'm still iffy about it, just like I am with Zalen, but eventually I think I will warm up to the idea of this card in more Earthbound lists. I am really looking forward to that, especially because, like, sure, Dracus Tapelia, Gremlina are good enough as fusion targets, but having a hydrogen bomb like Guardian Chimera before Nightmare Eyes restricts, even then Nightmare Eyes is very specific, so like, yeah, these two with just the generic Guardian Chimera is super nice, so like, I'll test it out. Kaiju Slumber! Kaiju Slumber! I love this card so much. This is just bootleg Illusion Gate, sure, but it is one of my favorite board breakers of all time. First of all, I love it theme-wise. It is so cool theme-wise. You're getting 2 kaijus to come to battle instantly. The cardboard city is destroyed, the kaijus arise, and they fight. This is amazing theming. And also, this is just a fun board breaker. That's it. This is Darkhold that summons guys. And you know how what I think about guys in Earthbound. Just dudes. Just guys on board. Like, I really like Godos, even if it's not too good in formats. Because he's just some dude that gets you more dudes. Infinite dude generator, I guess. My friends in my group chat, which don't watch my videos unfortunately, will understand the reference I'm making. The mysterious guy factory. Either way, I really like Kaiju Slumber. The only problem is that you do have to play at minimum 3 kaijus in the main deck if you wanna main deck this. Otherwise you're gonna be side decking this, because otherwise you're gonna be drawing 1 kaiju and it's gonna be pretty annoying. But I personally don't hate playing 3 kaijus main. It's not bad, especially in the upcoming format. Eating up Bianca Viso is pretty decent. Eating up Drasbangas Doomsy with Destruction equipped is really good. So I don't hate Kaiju's main in the next format. They're also like fine as 1-for-1s anyways. And plus this is also like free Rusiela send. This is awesome. You just send it. Not all breakers just give you value like this. You just send it. Then next turn you get a Kaiju. You get a Kaiju. Isn't this awesome? And speaking of the Kaijus, of course you're not playing Gameciel, but the Kaiju selection, I think it's gonna be 1 Radian, maybe more in the side deck if you really want more Kaijus. 1 Kamangas because it's the lowest attack and it's a level 7. I do have to say 7 is definitely the best level for your plays here. 8 is very iffy. Like, sure you get Kroko, sure you get Juraishin, but 8 for Griffin, for Axeldust, for Berserker, for, I guess, Groza. Not many people know about Groza. It's a decent generic Fiend Synchro. Well, not generic, it's a generic or Fiend Dex. But this is a pretty cool card, I really like it. It can actually... No, it can't. It can't protect you from Dark Ruler. I'm sorry, he is a monster himself, yeah. But whatever, it's a decent card to be summoned if you want to get a Radiant on board, which is pretty cool. Radiant, Radiant, I am so inconsistent with this. And the third target for it, you could argue for Godarla or even Godzilla. But I don't like level 8s, as I mentioned earlier. And also, they're just too big. But this is not gonna help my case of, oh my god, it's too big, you can't play it. Crackhead take, but I think Thunder King is the best third kaiju behind the level 7s over the level 8s. I mean, it's not really a rocket take if you're like the only person really playing Earthbound at this point. Some people are playing it, but most of them are just playing for fun. They're playing casually, and that's perfectly valid, but I am the only one taking it that seriously, right? Okay, I guess there's I Wish TCG. They take Earthbound pretty freaking seriously, but I am the one to go on tangents for pointless stuff, and I think Thunder King is definitely gonna be the best third kaiju target. The reason you don't want to play 2 Radiant, 1 Kamungus, which makes sense still, or I guess 2 Radiant, 2 Kamungus, is just because I don't want to play 4 kaijus. And if you're playing 1-1, or like 2-1, if you draw Kamungus, you're dead. So I think Thunder King is pretty good. The reason for this is just because level 10s. Summoning levelizable off of this is pretty good. Like, you're not summoning on the opponent field unless you have to. And if you do, oh well. I love it doing that. I love being hyperactive and needing to move, or otherwise I die. And then hitting my desk from below. I really hope my desk doesn't get destroyed eventually from this. Either way, Thunder King. If you want to play Chaos Angel for, like, I don't know, Guardian Chimera is not a reason to play Chaos Angel. Joza in Heka Hands may be evil, and Dragster. So, if you are thinking about playing Chaos Angel, Thunder King is especially good, but even without it, I still do think Thunder King is pretty decent as just a level 10 enabler. You could still argue for Gadarla or Godzilla as your targets anyways. Still pretty decent, I would say. That's about it for that. Magician Souls, I personally think that Magician Souls is not worth it anymore in Genesis because of ball technology. Why did I say it like that? I am so tired, man. Earthbound Sarcophagus, here it is. This is an older list. Yeah, it is definitely an older list. There we go. Now, yeah, you should play this guy main, and I'll explain it why. What I've been theorizing is that the Gaze of Timaeus is the best target off of D-Mod in this variant. Well, this variant kind of has to play D-Mod either way, and yeah, Gaze is the best target. And you don't need souls because of the Dark Magicians. This draws 1 card when you activate a spell or an effect, and then can set a trap or a quick play spell if you want to use it. Which is particularly important post sideboard because you have so many nasty options. But besides that, what's important here is that it's just a draw card, and on the opponent's turn can also draw, which kind of makes up for not getting the draw immediately off of souls. Because souls is 10 points, and that makes it very not worth it, honestly. So I honestly feel like Gaze is the only target you'll ever need. You can summon this for the additional draw if you want to draw into an Earthbound. And if you want to anti-Nibiru, you can use Master of Chaos. The way you're gonna be doing this is go full combo, your opponent Nibirus you, yeah, my throat is dying. I choked on my own spit this morning, and ever since my throat has been gone. Either way, after Nibiru, you summon this guy, revive one of your 3 tuners, go into either Crocs, Levy, Return 0, Juraising, whatever you want, and you're set from them. Just Gaze of Timaeus. If you can scout out that they don't have Nibiru, just go for this. If you do suss out that they have Nibiru, you can hold it for later. Either way, it's pretty nice. You can still summon the Dark Magicians in end phase. What triggers would you have for spell cards? Not much. I guess it doesn't matter. If you don't think they have Nibiru, you just commit for the greedy play. If you do think, you just go for this. Yeah, that's it. Metamorphosis. This is a horrible card in Earthbound, but I do have to mention it because people think, this is interesting. It's interesting, but unfortunately, it's just bad. The reason for this is that sure, you could use it in Welsh Earthbound Sarcophagus, 2-turn Dark Magician Girl into Grimlina to go combo from there, but the critical issue is that if you draw, say Keeper plus Meta, this means that you can't do anything about it. even a Book of Eclipse would be way better. Because, well, there is no level 1 fusion you would want to summon off of all of this. Inferno Evil is close, but it only triggers on float, not on summon, which is a huge deal if you don't have a way to send it. And also, it is important to note that Void Apocalypse does not extend on its own. No, it actually does it after Fiend Peace Golem. Fiend Peace Golem, my savior, Fiend Peace Golem. I love this guy so much. He is the MVP. He's been so good. He's been performing so well in all of my games, man. Either way, that's about it. Necro Valley, this is not worth playing. I'm already iffy on just playing Dreamland and Zombie World, which are really nasty floodgates, both in the current format and also in general, in Genesys. And they are nice, but I would not use points on Necro Valley, even though it's a strong floodgate. It's 25 points for Go First non-engine. Go First, you should be set already with 0-point cards. Your non-engine is just way too important. Your Go Second cards are just way too important to be spending 25 points on Necro Valley. And Pre-Mat Burial, this used to be played with Power Tool Dragon into Crystal Wing. You would go Power Tool into Pre-Mat, Revive Keeper, summon this guy. You could instead play Living Fossil, or at least 3 of this, 1 Living Fossil, but like this does not matter. This is just not worth it. It's 3 main deck slots for an Anthony Biru, which doesn't have further utility. Unlike Archfiend Tactics, unlike Fortuna, unlike King's Resonance in the sideboard, just like Cough, it's just not worth it. Also, this is gone. With Sweeper at 20 points, it's just not worth it, man. I'll update it here eventually. Either way, yeah, this is just not worth it. Alright, I forgot. Changer Heart and the Snatch Deal. They're very interesting cards, I feel. For the Hackahands Earthbound variant, man. I don't think they're worth it in that variant. I think more fusion stuff, more heavy engine, and just the more powerful non-engine is better than synergetic non-engine, but this is really cool. Also, shout out to Return of the Dragon Lords. I love Felgrand. It was one of my favorites as a child, and I have to mention it because I want to be special. Okay, jump scare stuff, whatever. That's about it. Hyper Librarian, this does not matter. I guess it does. I didn't even put it here because it's just not good enough. So that's about it for the video. I don't know, like it's... Yeah, I got jump scared again by my grandma. I don't know how to tell her in Chinese that I make videos for fun. And I don't know. A lot of good hits, a lot of weird stuff. Some great changes to problematic things. But also a ton of dumb hits. A ton of dumb things that were not pointed, like Shifter, well, Gameciel, and of course Sweeper, which pisses me off a ton. But like, overall, this is a medium good list, I would say. It could have been better, but it's not the worst thing ever. So that's about it for today. I'll see ya guys once I do my video on my OTS championship runs that I did. One that I did a couple of days ago, and one that I will do on the 14th. And hopefully I get my Euros invite on the 14th. It won't happen, but what if it happens? And also, I will have Nats. Hopefully not, but I'll probably have them. Genesys Nats to try and get a Euros invite. And, well, I'll play Genesys. I'll have to train a ton, so I won't be making much progress on videos. The deck core guide I just accepted is gonna be on in August, that I will make it, and I will finish it. So, well, that's about it. See ya. Peace.